Hey YouTube, Sayun here. I figured I'd give you a brief overview of what I'm currently working on. Me and one of my buddies, we decided that we were going to start making an Airsoft turret, a AI-powered Sentry turret out of an Airsoft rifle and a Arduino Uno, and then some video processing software that we'd find online. So this is what I currently have set up so far, and this is super basic prototyping right now, but I don't know if you can really see it over here, but over here is the housing to a Airsoft P90 that I've currently gutted. It's ultimately going to end up being put back together probably, but we realize that the internal mechanism of this is so tiny, it might just be easier and cooler to actually assemble it as it is inside the actual turret itself. So what we have right here, this is the plastic gear train thing that actually pulls back a giant plunger, and it's spring-loaded. I don't know if you can really see it here. This camera doesn't focus very well. But it actually pulls back this giant plunger, and then it slams the airsoft pellets through this barrel right here. On top of it, there's actually a nice little hole that it loads the pellets into and gets it into the barrel so that whenever the plunger comes forward, it sends it out the business end of the barrel. That's not particularly exciting right now. This itself is actually kind of cool, but also not what we're looking at right now. What we are looking at is this little prototyping board right here. It's not particularly exciting looking, and it's super basic, but I'm just figuring I'd show you what we actually have here. So this guy right here is a fairly large transistor, and he is rated up to, I believe, 10 amps and a very high number of volts, which we're not hitting at quite right now. But he's our basic backbone of this circuit. Now, I assume that everyone who's watching this video will know what transistors are, so you understand that there are base connectors, collector, and emitter pins in this. And basically, this is interfacing with the motor circuit that we have here, and then the 7.2 battery pack that came with the Airsoft rifle. This guy is obviously what's powering the motor. Our Arduino over here is only capable of giving out 5 volts at a relatively low current. That low current is not enough to shove this transistor down and actually power the motor. So what I've actually done is I have 2 very small NPN transistors back here on the back of the board that are kind of hard to see because, once again, this camera won't focus well. So I can get this closer. Right back here. These are actually 2 transistors in series. No, parallel, I lied. These are transistors that are in parallel. Now what these guys are doing is these guys are adding up the total current that we can get out of them and dumping them into the base pin of the big transistor. That is getting enough current to actually close the gate so that then we can power the actual mechanism here. So in just a second, I'm going to show you this guy actually firing, powered from just the Arduino itself and the brief program that I have written up here, and I'll also show you the diagnostic panel that I have running in the background so that you can actually see what's going on and what the program is actually supposed to be doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this window out because I'm going to have to open it up again in a second, and just briefly show you the little program I have written here. Well, I guess not. It's not very exciting. All it is just a basic testing program just to test the firing mechanism based on time, a number of shots, and then later a Boolean query to see if we should actually be in full automatic mode, as most Sentry turrets would actually be. So relatively simple stuff. So we're going to plug our Arduino in here, and this is actually going to get disconnected right here so it doesn't automatically start firing as soon as I plug this in. But we're going to plug this guy in here and we're going to start cooking with gas. Trying to hold a camera and manipulate boards is a bit difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click upload here. And, well, we can't find the Arduino. Awesome. Let's try that again. We're going to click upload. Oh, still can't find the Arduino. I found that this pin, or the USB plug, is a bit finicky, and sometimes it has a little bit of trouble identifying it. It could actually just be Windows drivers doing weird things, but who knows. Anyway, oh, it actually looks like it has an issue with this. Oh, we're missing a colon, that's why. Okay, so let's go ahead and upload this. Then we're going to open up our diagnostic panel over here, and this should show us, theoretically, what the gun should be doing. So let's see if we can get this focused in here. Right now, we should be firing a number of shots. Then, let's see if we can change the focus on here. That didn't help at all. There we go. So we're supposed to be firing 10 shots, firing for 5 seconds, and then it's just going to be looping. So it's just going to keep doing that, pause for a few seconds, go to the next command, pause, and then keep going on. So what we're now going to do is go ahead and connect this guy in, and you'll see what he does, hopefully.